Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. This is your host, Iggy, and today we are talking Indiana Jones. And most of these things that you see on display in front of you are Disney Park exclusives. Exclusives. Oh, man. I can tell it's getting late now. Iggy's starting to. Anyway, well, let's take a look at what we got here. I don't have a very large Indiana Jones collection. I have what you see here. And then also, I have the action figures that they came out with. And I had more. I had the Micro Machines, Indiana Jones things like the flying wing and other Indiana Jones items, but unfortunately, I sold those at the flea market when I was needing some money. But the items that I liked the most, I was able to hold on to. So let's go through it, okay? First up is the Indiana Jones collectible figures that they made for Disneyland and for Walt Disney World, as you can see there and there. So these are manufactured for sale at the Disney parks. And let's go through what we have here. We have the mechanic. Now, those of you that collected the old Kenner Indiana Jones figures know that this guy was kind of hard to find. And even later, when they made the Hasbro Indiana Jones figures back in 2007, this guy was extremely hard to find. Okay, there he is. Now, the stuntman who played this fella also played the Chief Palace Guard in Temple of Doom. Okay, so he worked a lot with Harrison Ford. All right, now this is um, the villain, or they call him the villain swordsman or swordsman villain. They're not sure exactly. Does it say on the back? I don't see that. It just talks about adventure. It shows that this set was made in 2010. Okay, and then we have, of course, our chief character, the Eponymous. Is that the right word? Eponymous Indiana Jones. And he's cracking his bullwhip. And he comes with his revolver. And there's also a torch. And these figures are articulated at the elbows and at the knees. And I think the heads turn on them. I see a crease on his neck. So I think that means he's articulated. And here's Marion. Of course, she's got the frying pan when she hit the villain in the head with it and then dragged him into the door. And here's Sala. I guess the torch is for Sala. And that's a pretty nice looking pose. Okay, let's move along. Here's the 1/6 scale Indiana Jones. Trying to get it so that he's not reflecting the light there. And he comes with his famous revolver, and there's the idol that you see in Raiders of the Lost Ark, his pistol. Uh, and he also talks. Now, I don't know if I can get him to talk because, I'm not. Yeah, it's not going to work for me. He says different phrases like, uh, fortune and glory, kid. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? that kind of stuff. Yes, I think it says on the box how many phrases he says. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the. That's not working too well, guys. Okay, then we have a figure over here that was available at the theme parks, and that's this Indiana Jones figure. Sans leather coat, but he does come with his hat. And does he have a machete? I can't. Let's do this, guys. No, he's holding his whip. Okay, and he's got the his pistol holster there, and of course his bag, the famous satchel that he wears. Okay, now another theme park exclusive is this one here. This is the most recent one I bought. I bought this in March of this year when I went to Disneyland in California. And of course, he's got the machete. And there's the Arab sword. And his revolver. What else is here? Oh, that's the voodoo doll. Oh, and the Grail diary. Do you see that? I'm trying to keep it so that I don't know. Can you see the Grail diary there, guys? And then there's a torch, and it comes with a really cool looking base that has this column. So that's pretty neat. Let me see if I can show it to you so that you can see the. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So that's pretty awesome. Now this one, it shows that it's been painted. I'm not quite sure why they did that. It's kind of hard to grow grass on rocks like that, on stonework. Maybe in the cracks of the stonework, but not so much in the stone itself. But luckily they didn't make that mistake on, at least I don't think they did. Let me take a look. Oh, you know what that is? It took me a while to figure that out. Where is it? That. Isn't that the anecdote to when he gets poisoned in Temple of Doom? I think that's what that is. That's kind of cool that they put that in there. Yeah, no, they didn't paint the base. That's good. At least I don't think they did. There we go. Okay. And then we have this Milton Bradley game. Milton Bradley was taken over by Hasbro. And this is the game of life that's been adapted to Indiana Jones themes. And I've never opened this because I never have any guests to come over. So I really don't need to open this up. I like the artwork. Okay, and then lastly, we have the famous Indiana Jones hat. Let's see if I can get some light on this. And there's the Indiana Jones fedora. And I have such a fat head that I think this is like a 2X or something. It's got a lining in it. And I think I spent $70 for this hat. And at the time I bought it, I really didn't have that kind of money. But I swore to myself I'm going to wear this every day. And I wore it a couple times and then it ended up in the closet. It's a beautiful hat, though. And then here's the Indiana Jones satchel. And this I got from a company called What Price Glory, and they sell military uniforms, mostly focusing on World War II and British, but they sell uniforms for other countries as well. And I I attached this leather strap to it, which I also bought from them, and it's an exact replica of the bag that Indiana Jones used in the movie. And I think with the leather strap and the bag, that it was about $50 or something like that. And it's, of course, a gas bag from World War II, British. I think it's part of the P-37 gear. And there's the hat once more. The lighting is a little bit challenging. Okay, guys, well, that's all the Indiana Jones that I have to show you right now. My action figures are in storage, and when I come across those, I'll bring them on out and show you those as well. With the new movie coming up, they'll probably re-release a lot of figures again. And oddly enough, when Crystal Skull came out, the figures that were selling in the store were not Crystal Skull. They were the old figures from Raiders, um, The Last Crusade, and Temple of Doom. Okay, guys, you call him Dr. Jones, okay? So this is Iggy saying thank you for getting Iggy with it. And if you haven't already joined the Iggy Army, go ahead and do that. Give me a like. Let me know that I'm not talking to myself, which Iggy probably is at that age where nobody would even question it, you know. So thanks, guys, and I hope I'll be seeing you soon, okay?